Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Cloud and AI Analytics. Hope everyone is doing good. I'm Viknesh and in this video we will continue to explore the command line tool of cloud storage called gsutil. And in this video we will learn how to create buckets using gsutil's MB. So this command is popularly used to create one or more new buckets in your GCP project, and there are wide variety of options associated to it, like if you want to create a regional bucket or dual regional bucket or multi-regional bucket, or altogether if you want to create a storage class of standard or nearline, colon, archive, or basically wanted to go with auto class, or else if you want to create bucket at uniform access level, or else ACL like access control list. Not only that, even you can use retention policy also. So now we will get into the console and right away we'll do the hands-on. So this is the console and I'll be going into cloud storage bucket, and there is no bucket created. Everything we will do it from the scratch. And this is my cloud shell, and here you can use gsutil mb help. So this will give you what is this command is about. So basically here you can see MB is nothing to make buckets, and this is the synopsis and descriptions. Create one or more new buckets and all the details regarding to that. And here you can see bucket storage class, bucket locations, retention policy. So this retention policy will tell how long the objects inside the bucket will be retained for, like let it be in seconds or days or months or years. All those things you will be able to do it. And there are other options as well, like auto class, -b. All these things we will be seeing in this particular lab. So I'll just create the console and I'll use gsutil mb, and I'll just give my gcs bucket 1707. So this is a very common command. Like this is how you will be able to create it, and all the values, right? Let it be storage, let it be location, or let it be the auto class, like uniform or auto class, right? All those things will be considered as a default value. If I just hit enter, you will be able to see a bucket will be created in this name in the console. I'll just refresh it here, and here you can see my GCS bucket 1707. So all the values, right? Location by default it will take US multi-region, and storage class by default it will take standard, and public access is subject to object ACLs, and protection like by default soft delete is enabled. Rest all the other details, like for example object versioning, and if you want to edit the soft delete policy also, you can do it after creating it. Like by default the retention period for soft delete policy is 7 days. Object versioning is turned off. Retention it is off. Like if you want you can set retention policy. Object retention it is not enabled, and all the other details, like everything is disabled. And here if you see the configuration details of this particular cloud storage bucket, when it got created, updated, hierarchical namespace, location type, location, replication, you can see all the other details of this particular cloud storage bucket. And one more thing which is very you should be aware of is cloud storage bucket is globally unique. If someone asks this bucket in their project, right, you will be not able to take that name unless or until they delete the bucket. You will be not able to create it. It should be globally unique. And the next command is the -l option. So we will see how to use, like here now by default we created it in multi-region US. I wanted to create in a specific location. Let's say let it be in US East 4. Then how to create it? So you can use this command gsutil mb -l US East 4. So I'll go there and I'll create this. So I'll just refresh it, and here you can see my GCS bucket 2204. The next command is we wanted to create a default storage. Like instead of going with default standard storage class, right, I wanted to create it in nearline. So I'll do that. This is my bucket name. It is globally unique. If you see all the bucket names will be globally unique. Yeah, here you can see the bucket is created. So it will be creating an nearline as the storage class, and the location will be US East 1, and this is my bucket name. I'll confirm that by just refreshing this. Here you can see my GCS bucket, that is a region type, and location is US East 1, and default storage class is nearline. Rest all the other options are default. So now we will get back to the VS Code and we'll be seeing the other, like apart from this storage classes, right, like standard, nearline, colon, and archive, we have one more that was recently introduced by Google Cloud, that is called as auto class. So auto classes, based on the like how the bucket is used, right? Based on that, Google Cloud will automatically tag which storage class it belongs to based on how it is used. So you can use this command to create auto class storage bucket. Rest all the other details will be same. For example, it will be multi-region bucket and ACL will be enabled, all the other details. So I'll just hit enter, and here you can see bucket name already exists. So it means like we have to create a globally unique bucket. 170795 bucket is already in place. So what I'll do is I'll just create 2204. I'll just add this detail. So I'm creating a bucket. Here you can see the bucket would have been created. Here my GCS bucket, multi-region, location is US, and the default storage class is managed with auto class. So this is how we'll be able to create an auto class storage bucket in Google Cloud Platform. The next option is in real time. What happens is from one project you have to create cloud storage bucket in different project. So how to achieve this? You will be able to achieve this with the help of this option -p and mention the project ID of the target project. Then you will be able to create that particular bucket in that particular project. So this is how you will be able to do that. gsutil mb-p, and this is the project ID. So I'll just get into the console and I'll show you. Like here you can see data engineer, and this is the project ID, and you can just paste the project ID and you can create the bucket name of your choice. And the next command is the retention policy. So by default there will be no retention policy. We have seen in the other buckets as well. If you want to set a retention policy, you will be able to use this option hyphen retention, and you can mention how many days, months, years or seconds, and I'll just hit enter. So it is creating the bucket, and you can just go here, refresh it, and you will be able to see the bucket. So my GCS bucket 9495, it is a regional type Asia East one, and default storage class is nearline, and here you can see the retention. And other thing is even you can lock the bucket as well. So how to create a bucket in uniform bucket level access? In order to do that, we have to use this option -b. Default it is set to off. If you set this to on, right, then you will be able to create bucket with uniform bucket level access. I'll set it to default values gsutil mb-b on, and you can just get into this, refresh, and you will be able to see this 2217. So here you can see uniform bucket level access. The rest all the other details will be common. So, and the last one is, this is mostly the ideal way of implementing it in real time. We will not hard code values. Instead, when you are writing some shell script, right, you will be able to pass some runtime arguments as well. So that is what I wanted to show you. Like you can just copy this export region and just go click on this export region and export bucket as the value itself. Like the default project ID, data engineer GCP, this project, like our bucket will be created in this, and then you can use this gsutil -l, that is region. You can just add this and you will be able to see a bucket is created in the project ID. Like what is our project ID? The same data engineer GCP. Here you can see data engineer GCP, rest all the other details. If you have any questions, please post that in the comment section. I'll take a look at it and reply to it as soon as possible. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe to Cloud and AI Analytics. Until then, it's bye from Vignesh. Happy learning.